Here in Jericho, the Jewish people learned a very important lesson that's part and parcel of our tradition from then and today. This was the first place that we conquered in Eretz Yisrael, the first time the IDF worked in Israel to liberate our homeland was here in Jericho. This was the first city that we were successful in liberating, the city of Jericho. And because it was the first, Yehoshua proclaimed that this city would be totally sacrificed and given to God. There would be no booty. No one would take anything. Jericho was a very wealthy city in Canaanite terms. And he forbid anybody from taking anything. Unfortunately, there was one Jew, which is also very nice, out of 600,000 strong, many millions of Jews who were in Jericho. There was only one who didn't listen, Achan. And he decided that he would take a little bit, he didn't take that much, a little bit from the booty and hide it in his tent. Doesn't make a big difference, nobody will know. And in the beginning, nobody knew. Until they went up the hill, this way, from down there to up here, to Bethel, which is over there. And at the next battle, suddenly 36 soldiers were lost in battle. That was a shock. You also see that in those days also, they would fight, they wouldn't lose. Losing soldiers wasn't part of the agenda. They lost 36 soldiers, and everybody came back to Yehoshua ben Nun, and they said, oh, whoa, this was the first time that they suffered a loss. This was the first time that we had casualties. This was the first time that we had to deal with families of bereaved. They come to Yehoshua and they say, oh, what is this? We're going to conquer Yehoshua with casualties? And Yehoshua said, no, we're not supposed to have casualties. Let me figure out what happened. And then he found out that there was one Jew who was worried about himself and about making money when everybody else was fighting for the Jewish people. I think that's such a deep, deep lesson that stays with us to this very day, that when the Jewish people are at war, everybody is drafted. Everybody is a soldier in the IDF. Everybody has to be invested in the public and in the national and in the military fight. Everyone has to be invested. And if there's someone somewhere else in the world who's not invested and just thinks about himself and his own public and his own personal way of maybe capitalizing on the situation and making a dollar, there are going to be casualties. It's interesting, Achan wasn't the casualty. Someone else was a casualty. There were 36 other soldiers that we lost as a result of this soldier, Achan, who thought about himself instead of thinking about the Jewish people. Let's hope that this time the renewed solidarity of the Jewish people will reach the level that everybody, everywhere in the world will all have a heart to be 100% with the Jewish people without thinking in any way, shape, or form their own personal gain at this historic moment in our progressing, developing redemption.